So today I'm making this video outside because we're going to be using a lot of acetone because I'm going to clean out all of my old top coat bottles because I want to reuse them for cuticle oil and my homemade peel off skin protector, which I'll link in the description box. So first things first, do this outside because the smell of acetone is really strong and you should always use in a ventilated space. So the first thing we're going to do is make a funnel, and so I don't have a funnel. So what I've got is some aluminium foil, so I'll shift these out of the way, and then I thought that I would make a funnel with a pen. So I'm going to rip off a tiny square and then wrap the top of the pen around the foil. Okay, so now we have a funnel. So what I'm going to do is put the funnel in the top of one of these bottles and then fill it with acetone. So let's see if my funnel trick works. I think it will. Because yeah, without a funnel this would be quite messy. Okay, let's see if I can get the camera to show the top of the funnel. There we go. So we're in my backyard at the moment. So now I'm going to pour. Let's see if we... Yep, it's working. So I'm going to fill this halfway and then I'm going to let it sit for 10 minutes. I'm going to fill all the other bottles off camera and then I'll come back. So I filled my little bottles now with the nail polish remover and they've been sitting for about 5 minutes. And so now what I'm doing is just giving them a really good shake. So the idea with this is let the nail polish remover do all the work, right? So rather than filling it and emptying it, filling it and emptying it, just let it sit because there's quite a lot of nail polish stuck in these bottles, and so by letting it sit, it's kind of going to work. So I'm just going to give these all a really good shake, and then I'm going to turn them upside down for a few minutes and then give them another good shake. But as you can see, it's really loosening what was left in the bottom of these bottles. Like they all had a bit of top coat left in them and now that's completely disappearing. So just keep shaking and then I'll come back in a few minutes. So now I've got my little bottles waiting upside down for me to empty them. So what I've collected is a plastic bottle to collect all the nail polish remover, and I'm just going to pour the contents of one of these into the bottle and then start cleaning up the last part. So as you can see, by letting it sit with nail polish remover, oh, sorry, it's a little bit windy. By letting it sit with nail polish remover, it's done the job for me. So it's really loosened everything up. There was heaps of nail polish all stuck in the bottom of these bottles and it's completely cleaned it up. So I definitely suggest using lots of nail polish remover and just letting it sit, opposed to using a little bit and then continually emptying it and filling it. So now I've got my bottle and I'm just going to remove the lid, put the brush aside for a sec. We're going to pour that in. So as you can see, that was quite thick because it does have a bit of nail polish remover attached to it. So now I've got one of my little cotton swabs that I set aside. Yep, and I've got the really cool ones that are good for cleaning up around your nails. If you've ever seen these before, I got them at Priceline. There's like a pointy tip, so when you're doing nail art, they're really good for cleaning up around the edge. So now I'm going to get my cotton swab and I'm just going to put nail polish remover on it. This is the same remover I used for the other step. And so the first thing I'm going to do is clean up the neck of the bottle. So and the reason why I turned it upside down before, in case you're wondering, is so that it would soak all of the old nail polish off from the neck as well. So just getting in there, giving it a good clean, going around the inside of the bottle with the cotton swab. And I can see there's a tiny bit of nail polish residue left in there, but not a great deal. So I'll just continue to do this step and then we'll clean up the brush. So to clean the brush, I'm just going to get some paper towel, put a generous amount of nail polish remover on the paper towel, and then just hold it. So same idea as before, by holding it and just letting the acetone do its work, it'll clean it up really nicely. So now I'm just spinning it, just getting right in there. And because the brush was soaking in acetone that whole time, it's really cleaned up very nicely. So as you can see, the brush is really nice and clean now, and the bottle is also really nice and clean now. So I only used another cotton swab once to go around the inside, and the only other step I'm going to do off camera is give these a bit of a rinse with water and let it dry. And that's how I clean out my nail polish bottles. I hope you enjoyed my video. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe. Bye. I thought I was finished recording before, and then when I rinsed them out, there was all this crap that collected around the edges of the bottle. It was all like, it looked like this, like it was all really crusty and horrible. So I've put more nail polish remover in them, and then I've left them for about 3 hours, and now they're looking heaps better. So let's try again. So I've got my little bottle that I'm collecting all the rubbish in, like so, and I'm just going to tip out one and see how it looks now. Just make this go up a little bit higher, and that's just got the old Q-tips from before. And I'm outside again because I want to avoid making the house smell like acetone. It's very hot where I live at the moment, and it would just be horrible if the house was stinky like acetone today because it's really humid. So that's it is feeling a lot better this time. And now if I just move this here, I'm just going to let the last of this collect onto the paper towel. So that's definitely a lot cleaner this time. So I advise you, if you do have the time, do it twice, but let it sit for ages. So this one, as you can see, is going to need a clean on the outside of the bottle as well. But I kind of think, even though this is a little bit fiddly and time consuming, it's kind of worth it, because if you look on eBay how much it costs to buy these bottles, it's not cheap. So you should definitely hang on to them and clean them out rather than buying empty bottles, because yeah, they're quite expensive. So now I'll just clean around the edges of this one and the brush, and then I think we're done recording. So I hope you've enjoyed watching this video again, and at least now you've seen from my honest review, you just need to persevere and, you know, clean and empty it a few times to make sure it's really all gone. Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye.